Hello, I'm Scott. So today I'm reviewing this dish here from 7-Eleven Japan. It's called Saba no Miso Ni, and it's a traditional Japanese dish featuring saba, which is a mackerel, in a nice, sweet, miso-based sauce. So straight off the bat, I'm going to tell you my rating for this product. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. Which is a really high rating. So let me tell you a little bit more about the product. So this is a really popular home-cooked dish. It's usually served with some nice hot rice, some miso soup, and perhaps some pickles. So it's one of those dishes that you probably wouldn't notice if you were going to like a Japanese restaurant. It doesn't really stand out a great deal, but it's one of those soul foods that a lot of Japanese people really love, and people request that, you know, when they go overseas and they come back to Japan, this is one of the dishes that a lot of people want to have as soon as they get back. So yeah, if you're a big fan of mackerel, this is definitely one to try. But it's funny, I was watching a TV show maybe a couple of months ago, and in the TV shows, sometimes they do like a rating of all the latest or the popular products from certain convenience stores. And they were doing an episode on 7-Eleven Japan, and they're like top chefs and real restaurateurs and everything, real professionals in industry. This was one of the dishes, or one of the packets I should say, that they chose, like I think it was in the top 3 or the top 2, and everybody absolutely loved it. They were raving about it. So I just had to give it a review. Now, one thing to remember is this is from the 7-Eleven Premium range. Now, if you see in the corner there, it says 7-Eleven Premium. And that means it's a little bit more expensive. So this is 387 yen, which comes in at $2.52 US. So it's not the cheapest thing in the whole shop, but you're paying for the quality. So what is actually in this? What's it made of? Let's take a look at the ingredients. So you can see it's got all the classic flavors and seasonings that you find in traditional Japanese cooking. So let's take a look at the product description from 7-Eleven themselves. What does it say here? It says, rich fatty mackerel has been simmered to perfection, seasoned with a blend of miso for a flavor that pairs perfectly with rice. Simply heat it in the microwave for a quick and easy meal. So I've got my fish and my rice here. I'm just going to go and heat it up, and while I do so, have a quick preview. Okay, so I've heated it up. It's really, really hot. I put it in for about 1.5 minutes. Let me just open it up here on the table because it's going to be difficult to open it in front of the camera. So when you open up initially, you can see the fish inside, and it's not actually covered in the sauce, so it kind of looks a bit fishy, if you know what I mean. Can you see that? I don't want to spill the sauce out, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this onto a plate to make it easier to see. So there you go, you can see it's a lovely big thick piece of fish. It just looks immaculate, it's absolutely perfect. So I didn't put all the sauce on, so there's still some sauce left in here. So I'm just going to pour it over the top, and it just looks amazing. So let me just give you more of a close-up there. You can see the sauce is lovely and shiny and glistening, and there's actually a big piece of ginger which is on the top there. I've just covered it with a sauce, so this is going to go nice with rice. Some lovely steaming rice. Now back to the fish. So first I just want to try some of the sauce. So the sauce itself is packed full of the traditional ingredients. As I said, it's got miso paste, sugar, soy sauce, sake, mirin, and ginger. So all of this is going to come together to create a taste sensation. I'm quite sure of it. So first, let's just taste the sauce itself. Some of the mackerel kind of fishy juices or the oily parts have already kind of seeped into this. So you can taste the fishiness and the miso and sweetness and just the umami, the overall umami is just incredible. So if you're not a big fan of fish with the skin on, I suppose you could take the skin off of this fish here. It does have the skin on it, but because it's simmered, the skin itself is so tender, I don't think you're going to even notice it's there. But it does give a certain look. If you don't like, you know, fish skin, I just put my chopstick, it just slides through. It's like a hot knife through butter. Look at that, absolutely incredible. So I'm just going to show you again. Just going to cut it like this, ready? It just falls apart. It's just falling apart. Look at that. So, let's just go straight in for the first bite. Perfectly cooked. Absolutely incredible. The mackerel is top quality because this is a premium range product. The mackerel itself is just cooked to absolute perfection. So it's been simmered, so that means it's extra tender. So usually mackerel itself is usually quite a tender fish, even if it's grilled, because it has a really high fat content and it just makes everything kind of tenderized really nicely. But because this has been boiled on top of that, and with all these flavors, which has also helped to soften it up even more, just incredible. And just the way it cuts open, you can just slice little pieces off just with your chopsticks, almost effortlessly. Absolutely. I can't praise this enough. And of course, not a bone to be seen. So sometimes mackerel has a few bones in it. Absolutely no bones, so don't worry about that. So what we got to do, we've got to try this with the rice. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? But I want to give you kind of a wee look at this side. Is that, oh, can you see that? See all that meat you're getting? I mean, that's just a huge, nice, juicy piece of fish there. Absolutely lovely. So let's put some on our rice and see what it goes like with the rice. There's the piece of ginger I was talking about. See this big piece of ginger? So that was there. So I'm going to actually put that piece on top of a piece of fish and have it all together. There we go. Wow, I'm so happy I came to Japan. Yeah, and I come from the UK. Fish and chips is the big thing. I do like fish, like cooked fish. I'm not a big fan of raw fish, but oh man, this is crazy. The flavor, and it just goes so nicely with rice. Actually, I wish I had some miso soup. I don't have any. So there you go. So I actually made another video a while back about salt grilled mackerel. So I'll leave a link for that. You can watch that one as well. It's also really, really nice. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.